Welcome to day 3. Yahoo! Day 3, Christmas in July. Welcome to Quarter-Inch Seam. I'm Angela. You're in my sewing room, and we're going to sew some stuff. All right, so we got this tree here. And somebody had left me a comment. When you come in, it's raining. Just whatever. It is whatever. It is what it is at this point. It is what it is. All right, let's see. Somebody left me a comment about the Christmas tree. So I apologize for looking at my phone, but I have to find the comment. Let's just see. You can now. Okay, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. Okay, Christmas in July. This is fun. Bye. Yes. Hello. Hello. Okay. So many adorable comments. I will, I try and respond to everybody's comments. As you come in, give us a thumbs up. It looks like this. And you can give us hearts. You can do all kinds of things. You can just sit there and listen. Whatever. But tell us where you're from and who you are. I see somebody gave me a heart. You can do a super chat, which just helps us support the channel, helps us get this fabric stuff, you know, it's pricey. Madeline's here till 6:30. I'm sorry I was a couple minutes late. Okay. Fabrics. Okay. Hi, Madeline. I loved your tree. We made it a feature on the Facebook. Okay, now. Breaking my own rule a little bit. Here, let's put you over here so I can get to work. I'm a coffee girl, but I don't drink a whole lot of it during the day. I used to drink like just, it was crazy. Well, recently, honestly, I would toss it, but you know how expensive these things are, so. No. Hello, Julie from Iowa. Hi, Betsy. Oh, Betsy, I hope you're feeling better. Anyway, I used to drink a lot of coffee during the day. I didn't drink a lot of water, and now I have coffee in the morning, and then I have coffee late at night after dinner. I have like two good sized cups. But it's relaxing. It's probably more a habit than it is because I can still sleep. Okay. Hi, Loretta. However, the last few days I've taken to brewing like a pot of coffee, like a strong pot of coffee, and doing iced coffee in the middle of the day. And I'm really enjoying it. It's a little breakup from just the water, you know, or iced tea. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to stop doing that for a couple of reasons. One, well, first of all, we have to decide something on this tree. Hi, Shannon. Some better, thanks. Tested again this morning and still positive. Oy. Jeez, Aloo. Dubrovka, you made it. Hi from Canada. Anyway, that's what I have right now. But it's my second. I probably am having a little bit. Yes, Betsy had COVID. She got it in San Francisco. Well, there are worse things to catch in San Francisco. We used to live quite close to there. You can catch all kind of things in San Francisco if you're not careful. Okay, anyway. I was thinking Here was my question. I have this really cute, I have some of these other fabrics. This one doesn't really go. That doesn't really go. Hi, Minnie. I really love this little red polka dotty thing. And it's the right red, I think, with this stuff. You know what? Maybe I'll just use it as the backing. I'll just do that. I thought maybe it would be cute as the border, but it would there would then just be really one border. It wouldn't be squares. So what do we think about that? While we're thinking about that, I am going to continue to read your comments, and I'm going to sew the actual tree bit. No, I can't do that either. I haven't cut the. Talk about painting yourself. Hi, Angela, and all the quilters. It's a very hot day here, but sunny and beautiful. That is if you can stay in the air conditioner room that has a sewing machine. No kidding. Incorporate it in the border with the other blocks. Yeah, maybe I just do that. Hi, Alex. So Alex, our Christmas in July. Hi, Minnie. You want to say hi? Say hi. You want to say hi? There's no doggies. Okay, see you later. Did Dad leave you inside again? Okay, anyway. She is. Vale, Arizona. Hi, Thelma. What if you made a skinny red border between the tree and the border of squares? Okay, I kind of like that idea, and I'm going to tell you why. Because there's, you have the tree. Can you guys see? You have the tree here. Okay, here's the tree. Then you have this, which isn't really considered, I don't think it's considered like a border, but it's basically like a border, all the way around, right? So it separates the tree so the tree doesn't snug right up against that first border. So I think I want to do that. I think I like that, Betsy. Okay. It's not been hot here. The last couple of days, it's been very hurricane-ish weather. Not really a lot of rain. Warm in the 80s, but not really rainy, just cloudy. I love the skinny red border idea. Me too, Shannon. Okay, it's Betsy for the win. Now, Alex. So this Christmas in July week extravaganza is really a tribute. It's really a collaboration between our channel here, Quarter Inch Seam, and Living and Crafting with MS, Alex over at Living and Crafting with MS. So you're definitely going to want to be sure to check out her channel. But she did the scrappy version of the tree in a mini version, and I love it. And so if you want to do, yes, Alex gets the gold. God, you guys are creative. I don't know where you find this stuff. Yes, what? Do you want to know who I'm talking to? Then land your blankie there. It's your blankie. Go over there. Go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, so unfortunately, I have a dilemma because I've painted myself into a corner. I put the tree on my mat. So now, in order to cut the border, I got to figure out where one of my other mats is. Oh, I see one. Hold on one second. Don't go anywhere. I found it. And if you like the chair, people always, when they see the fabric on my chair, gosh, that's not attractive. The fabric, it's all sewing notions, thread and sewing machine and scissors and thimble and all kinds of stuff. There is a link in our videos to the arrow chair. I love it. I sit much, much better than I did in like a sewing, in like an office chair, like just a rolling office chair. It doesn't have arms. Everybody always tries to say chairs with arms. I did the mini one too, Alex. Oh, you did. Yahoo! Then I did a super mini scrappy tree. Wow. Christmas mini version a couple of years ago. I wonder where it is. Yeah. I've got to do a mini tree. Got to do a mini tree. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some cutting while we're chatting. Is that okay? Just set that right there so we don't upset the whole apple cart. And we'll get this. And then I got to pull out the pattern again. God, it's so unorganized. Don't get me started. Anyway, so the problem with the coffee, with the iced coffee in the middle of the day, I have a chair exactly like that when I've had mine for about a year. Yeah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Hold on 1 second. Don't go anywhere. I'm sorry. I think he's gonna run to the store. He doesn't usually run to the store. Usually when he runs to the store, he comes home with all manner of fattening things. Although the fattening seems to stick to me a little bit better than it sticks to him. Anyway. Yeah, I'm doing a little too much iced coffee, I think, in the afternoon. There's two dilemmas. One, while I do need the little pick-me-up sometimes in the middle of the afternoon, I'm not a big, I don't have a big reaction to caffeine. I think I've just been so used to it. I've just been so used to a lot of caffeine in my life, my whole life, since I was a teenager. Not that big of a deal. However, seems to be wiring me up just a little bit when I have it in the middle of the day. And I already had one, but I didn't want water and I didn't want hot coffee, and so I had another one. The second problem is this. As you get older, the chair. So if you, in the description of all of our videos, so if you go to the description, there's all kinds of different links to different stuff that we have mentioned or what have you, okay? Our Amazon link is in there as well. If you buy something through that link, whatever it is, needles, toilet paper, a new pair of sneakers, fabric, a sewing chair, it doesn't matter. You're going to pay you don't pay anything different. You don't pay any more. You don't necessarily pay anything less. We get a small commission of whatever you buy through that link. We use it to trying to get a new camera, but it allows us to work on different fabric things and bring in some new tools and things, which is really something that we want to do the next half of the year, is try some stuff, right? Let's try some tools. Let's see what we like. Let's see what we don't like. Let's try some fabrics and see what we like, see what we don't like, right? As people that are not necessarily master quilters all the time, okay? All right. The second problem with the too much coffee is this. I also drink water at night, like before I go to bed. I tend to be up a couple of times during the night going to the bathroom, and I'm getting tired of that. Now, if that wasn't TMI, then I don't know what is, ladies. Okay, let's see. Hold on, let me go back. Then I did super mini scrap quilt, did the mini 2, chair. Janice, I know, the chairs are fantastic. They're just very, it just has that back support, which I really need right where you need it. Although sometimes I tend to do this too much, but whatever. Whatevs. All I did was take the cutoffs from the half square triangles and cut some 1.5-inch squares and made a smaller one. I especially have the storage in the seat. I love the storage in the seat, although amazingly enough, there's nothing sit in my seat. Okay, so Alex, if you want to do like a super mini on the on Fat Quarter Shop, if you haven't gone over there, there is the pattern. Then there's also the pattern for the mini. Alex reduced it down again and made like a super mini. It's gonna be fantastic. You're gonna walk into my house and people are gonna think I've lost my freaking mind. Okay. Betsy, chair question. Is the seat stiff or hard on your butt? No, but it is not like sitting on your couch. It's hard to describe. It's probably more like sitting on the cushion of a stool, where it's a little bit more support, under your tushy. But it's not like real cushy soft. If any of you guys have ever worn dance, but it's comfortable. I don't know how to describe it. It's not uncomfortable, if that makes sense. If any of y'all have worn Danskos shoes, I love Danskos. Clogs, actual Danskos, right? When you put your foot into it, it's not soft, but it supports you and sets the right way that makes it comfortable. If that makes any sense at all. That's the best analogy that I have. Okay, moving along to some sewing stuff. Got to go have an exceptional night. Bye, Madeline. Have a good night. It's not soft. It's not cushy soft. It's not like spongy. Okay. All right, let me get these out of the way so I can cut the white and start sewing. And you're not going to believe this, but this is probably going to bleed over into Friday. So I don't think I'm going to get it all done tomorrow. Maybe. At least the top will be done. Because we all know that's really what everybody cares about, is just getting the top done. But I got to mess with this fabric, so I got to get this stuff picked up. Okay, what else? If you're not working on a tree, which I want to thank you all for sewing along with us. It's been fantastic. What a fun idea this was, Alex. My hat's off to you. And we'll do it every year. Okay? We'll just make July our Christmas in July. And we'll do a project, something like this. Maybe we'll just continue to do a project where, one of our channels does like the regular size of a project and Alex does the mini. We'll have to see, or vice versa. We'll have to see. It's been blessed. Okay, let's put this away. I'm not sewing. I'm busy giving you unsolicited sewing advice. It is solicited. We do need it, Minnie. Bonnie. Betsy. I told you it was too much coffee. I told you it was too much. It's too much. Too much coffee. Ugh, God. My mom still does that. When she gets excited. Oh, we're going to use that one. When she gets excited about something and she calls me, she'll say, Lisa, Crystal, Steven. Just to rattle off everybody's names before she gets to mine. Okay, now I got that done. I still ended up with one too many half square triangles. I'll have to make a coaster or something. All right, now I still need to get started on my tree. Hi, Janice. Maybe just a small coffee tomorrow. Only a small coffee. I'm guessing that tomorrow I'm gonna have to make this my last and not do a coffee tomorrow. That's a prettier side of the cup. So good. And I don't do sweet, so it's just coffee and cream. Coffee and a little milk. I don't do sweet. I can't do sweet stuff. All right, here we go. 2 5x14. 2 5x14 rectangles. Okay, so yesterday I cut the fabric I had into 5-inch strips. Okay. So today, we're just gonna, all we have to do is cut it down. Okay. I can already tell you this is gonna be a mess because I'm gonna end up making into the other stuff. 2 5 by, what did I say, 14 or 15? 14. Okay. Cutter. Ruler. Two five. If I even told you why I had to respond to that message. Steve went to the store to pick something up, but he can't find the note that I told him exactly what he's supposed to be. Tell Steve to go get more coffee. I'm gonna have to cut myself off tomorrow. Okay, 2 5 by 14. Got him. 2 5 by 11 3/4. 5 by. He's actually picking something up for me that he never does. Not that, but that he never does. Not a lady thing, but he's picking up something for me that he normally doesn't. So I gotta keep one eye on my phone, just in case. 11 3/4. Okay. Sometimes I like this little mat. I don't know about you. Do you have, okay, what's the one thing in your sewing room, if you can name just one, that there's that 3/4, that is not the best, but it's the kind of thing that you just had for so long and you've used for so long that it is kind of like it's a favorite, even though it's not the best of this particular item. Does that make sense? Like, I use this cutter. The blade is dull. It's not the best. I have 3 or 4 other cutters. Why do I always pick up this one? I have no idea. This cutting mat, it's one of those ones where on one side it's an iron thing. Okay, hold on one second. So my math brain is wondering about the skinny red border. I think it would throw off the scrappy squares border. Well, my math brain was trying to figure it out too. Of course, I'm thinking of putting it on before the squares. It would work no problem if it's after. Oh. She could make a faux flange. Betsy, please. A faux flange. Who do you think you're? Have we met? I could make a faux flange. No. Let's not overcomplicate. Let's not go down a path that we can't come back from. The board you are using, I have 2, and both are warped. Yeah, this thing is like warped. It's got definitely a little dip right here. But I will say this, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just a good grab size. It never moves around on me. It's, I don't know. And I have one of the ones that spins when I need something smaller, like this is the one I always grab. Okay, you guys are going to have to figure out what I'm supposed to do with this border. Or if I'm going to have to just go back to the original idea, which was just to mix in the red, you know. I guess what I could do as well, another option would be to do the border, one of these squares, one, you know, cut this into 5-inch squares, one red square. This, that, this, that, this, that. That is kind of, because tuck it in between the tree part and the border before you sew it on. Maybe the flange would be the best idea. And I would just do that, same length as the borders. When I originally made this, whatever the fabric was, I couldn't get any more of it. And I had run out of stuff. And so what I did on the sides was, which, it's okay. It's not my favorite part of the quilt. I would probably, even my druthers, I'd probably redo the border again. But as I just ended up taking all the fabric that I had left, and I just alternated it between a red that I had that I liked. Grandma's ironing board, adjustable down to couch level, making it a fun desk too. There you go. There you go, Kim. Right? And there's whiz-bang ironing boards out there. But Grandma's ironing board, just down to couch level, does the trick. Okay. What did I do? Where did I put the other ones? Is that this? Oh, geez, guys. Oh, here. Okay, there's the 14s, the 11s. Okay. All right. Can't describe it. 9.5. 9.5. So if you're not doing a tree, what are you working on? Are you working on anything? Are you just sitting and listening? Serious, go make you a cup of this coffee. Just brew a pot of coffee and put like a little bit more grounds than you would water. You guys know how to make coffee. Throw some ice in it. A little bit of half and half. All right. 9.5. I have a sneaking suspicion I'm not going to have enough of this white. Okay, 9.5. 9.5. We watched at lunchtime. Just sitting here drinking coffee, getting ready. Been watching you. Be careful of the coffee, Alex. Be careful. I'm just warning you. Let's see. What do we have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's do. It wants 2 3/4 by 5, so I can probably do that. Okay. So let's do that. We'll do the 2 3/4. Let's move it over here. We watched the oh, Pastry Queen. Oh, hi. From Puerto Rico. It's so hot today. Oh. It's just hot. Hot, muggy, stormy. 2 3/4, right? 2 3/4. 2.5, 2 3/4. We were watching the news. They did the sentencing for that guy. 1 2 3/4 in Idaho. Killed those poor college kids. Just awful. Just awful. All right, we did the 14s. We did the 11 3/4. We did the 9s. And now we did these. We've already done those. So now we need 2 5 by 5 5 by 7.25. The only thing I will say is that usually when Steve goes to the grocery store, like if you send him to go get one thing, especially to the grocery store, he usually ends up coming back pretty good. Something pretty good for dessert. Oh, I love that man. I just love him. Not just because he brings desserts home. Okay. 2 by 7.25, Angela. It hasn't changed. 7.25. There we go. I think that the red, here's my other point with the red, with figuring out how to work in the red. Working on a sampler quilt, just a few more blocks to go. What sampler quilt, Julie? You can't do a sampler quilt here without telling us which one, because the one that we're working on, which we're going to go back to next week, it's going to end up turning out pretty, but it's been a grind. And no, I still haven't gone back and done the Ohio Star. And please scroll on the Ohio Star. I can't. I haven't emotionally recovered enough to do that. Working on a sports quilt for Christmas for the grandbaby. I tell you what, best reason for grandchildren. You get to have so more quilts. Everything I have here in my Puerto Rico sewing room are all of my tools that I've had for a while. So they're old but still useful. Like, that's what I'm talking about, right? I always forget Pastry Queen's first name. It's not Eleanor. Elena? It's Elena. I think it's Elena. This. It's not the best. It's not even my favorite. Leanna. Or was that a leg? Leanna. Elena. My apologies in advance to anybody's name that I don't get right. 2 5-inch squares. Okay, 5. 2 5s. Right. Okay. Well, I think we're gonna have enough. 2 5s. All right, that's done. 2 5 by 32-inch strips. 2 5 by 32. Okay, so let's see. That's 18. Right? I use my new pens. It's a sampler quilt you're working on. Oh. Carry on, Julie. Carry on. Does your machine have embroidery or a cute snowflake stitch? You could do that all over in a different thread color. That would be fun. Yes, that's what we are going to do. That would be very good. That's a very good idea. I like that. Okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do, since this board is too small. That's 18. Okay. What do I need? 32? Nineteen, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Why does it say, oh, okay, I don't need the 7. Okay, never mind. Ah, yes. Okay, so here's the question. Into a family tree, I hope. Oh, how sweet. You know, on the outside of this, she did. So now we'll have to vote. So we can go with Betsy and I have to go back to where it was because I don't remember who. Shannon. So Betsy and Shannon contemplated a flange. So I could do a flange somewhere in here. I do not have enough white fabric. This, by the way, is going to be the 1/4-inch seam quilt for July. Okay. If I could, I'd send it around and have all of you guys sign it. But this will be the 2025 quilt for July. The 2025 July quilt for 1/4-inch seam. That's a mouthful. Anyway, so it takes everybody's input to figure this out because I'm not the smart. So here are your options. I do not have enough white for this outer 5-inch border. Okay, I do not have enough white. However, I have the red. So we could do the 5-inch square, it's almost like piano key border, and then do the red. Or we could do the kind of piano key border, do a flange in between, right in on that inside line of the piano keys. And then just bind it. Our other option, the other problem is that I don't have any other color. This blue, these colors, other than the red, are kind of unique colors. And so I don't have anything else to use for that. That's going to be white or not be a mess. So that's what we have to decide. Do we want the red to be the outer border, or do we want the red to be a flange? I just like saying flange. Okay, now I got to figure out how to fix this dilemma because I got to go to 32, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Okay, hold on. We're going to have to sew this together. Lord in heaven. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we need 5 more inches. So we're going to take it off of here. Take 5 inches off of this one. And then sew it together. So I better move these over here. And then we'll start putting this puppy together. But we need 5 more inches. I might... Well, what do I have? 5 inches on there. Okay, that. Now you. 5 inches. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Janice thinks a red flange would look cool, and Alex says to do a red border. You could do a skinny white border with the red outer thicker if you have enough. Skinny white border with the red. Skinny white border with red binding. Skinny white outer border. You mean beyond? You guys mean beyond the piano keys? I'm trying to see what else I have. I can't use this because this is gonna look funky. Totally wrong. Yeah, let's not introduce another element, Angela. Skinny white border. Okay. I'm going to have to Facebook, put your comments up. I mean, YouTube. Put your comments up after the show, after the live, the show. Well, we're going to know in 2 seconds if I'm going to have enough, if I'm going to have more white. White border Then a border with the leftover squares. I'm so confused here. All right, let's see. Now we need 41 inches. 41 inches. And I got to tell you, I love these. They don't skip. I love these. So again, you can go to the Amazon link and you can put in Frixion fine liner. Frixion, Frixon, Frixion, fine liner, and get you these. I like them better than these. I find that these skip. I'm not finding that. I like it. I like them. I like them a lot better. Same thing. They just iron. It's the same thing. Okay. There's 18. $19, $20, $21, $22, $23, $24, $25, $26, $27, $28, $29, $30. 1, 2, 33, 34. So let's trim that off. So we have 34. Okay. What's happening here? 34. Okay. So that's 34. Now we have to go to what? 41. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 41. We need 7 more inches. Yeah, I'm not gonna have enough to go around that thing. Not unless you did like a I don't know, like a 1-inch border. I mean, it would be super tiny. Or just a cute stitch instead of names. Yes, we're gonna have to do something on. We're just gonna have to do something so that I think maybe we'll do it right on this one, somewhere in this area. That it's the 1/4-inch seam, July 2025, Christmas in July quilt. It's gonna be a lot. Okay, I think you should do the red and white, as in then stitch our names on it in blue, and then date at the bottom. I love that. Flange, white border. I do not sew when I watch you. You're more interesting. Dubravka, you're such a sweetheart. And your little icon is your little doggy's face. I just love that. Okay. Am I caught up on the comments? I think so. All right. What did I say? 7? Yeah. Okay, 7 more here. And then we have to okay, so that goes, this one has to be sewn together there. All right, 7. 7. All right. Now, let's sew this. Let's deal with this. Okay. While we're trying to figure out what to do here. Although, God, that would look kind of cute together, wouldn't it? Because, like, this is little circles and this is little circles. If you get the hang of the flange, they're crazy easy and you'd be putting flanges on everything. Probably. Because I loved, and I joke a little bit, but I did the flange on the pillowcase I did for Steve. Loved it. And it really wasn't that hard. You build it up in your head a lot more. Well, I just gave myself a heart attack. I couldn't find the tree I did. I do that all the time. All right. You know why this is hard? I'll tell you why it's hard. because we're kind of a little bit of the cart before the horse. So let's get this part sewn. Okay, let's get this part done. And then we'll worry about this part. That's your 7. Right. So now all right, first row. Oh, I should do these first, otherwise I'll forget. Okay, let's get these longer pieces finished so that they're done. They're the inner border. Oh, here. Scoot your chair around. And now I gotta start thinking about what the projects are gonna be for next week. Honestly, I think what we're gonna do next week is we're gonna go back to the sampler quilt and kind of revisit what we haven't finished on that. That's one thing we're gonna do. And then the other thing that we're going to do is try and finish like actually baste and sandwich and bind, quilt and bind the petals. And because that we got to get that finished. I want that one done. I want to use that one. And so next week is going to be kind of catch up week, clean up week. Okay. That's done. And let me tell you what a sweetheart he is, because I told him he didn't need to go to the store. I'm telling you right now, I went anyways. I told him he didn't have to go. Okay. All right. So now that's done. And I think these are that's the big part there. Okay. So there's those. And here's this. So let me just do these real quick. Ohio Star. I just can't. It shouldn't be that hard. My brain should be able to process. I'm a semi-intelligent woman. I should be able to process the kind of information that it takes. But I imagine it's going to be one of those things that when it clicks into gear on my brain, then you know how once you struggle. I'll tell you a story. In the 70s, don't even try and do the math because you won't guess. In the 70s, my mom had a burgundy Mercury Capri, and she would take me to school. I went to a little Christian school for part of my grammar school days in Arcadia, California. Shout out to Arcadia, California. In Southern California, and God, I love that car. When she would take me to school, I always wanted to pretend like I could drive. I wanted to drive. I tell you what, 5 minutes after I was born, I wanted to drive. Okay. Well, okay, A is C. C is 11, the 11 and 3/4. 7, 9, 11. I think it's these. Hang on. I gotta double check. Hold on. Nope, that's the 14. In fact, so we didn't do this all night. This is the 14, which means that these are the 11, 7, 9, 5, 2 3/4. When she would take me to school, this car was the bomb. It's fantastic. Had an 8-track. An 8-track in a car. They don't even put CD players in cars anymore, hardly, right? Anyway, I love that car. And I used to have a key ring with like old keys on it, and she would let me put it in you have the glove box has a key on it. I used to stick the keys in there in the glove box, pretend like I was driving to school. Anyway, we used to drive by this nursery, and they specialized in orchids. Well, I was at the age where I couldn't fully read. I mean, I was learning to read. And every morning, for months, I can remember trying to figure out what that word was. Orchid. Orchid. Could never figure it out. Oh my God. Orchid. I had every combination under the book, and I used to get so frustrated. And then we'd pass the sign and we'd go on to school. One day, I have no clue what happened. I don't know what blessing God bestowed on me that he was like, okay, I can't listen to this kid butcher the word orchid anymore. I'm going to tell her how to say it. And it popped out of my mouth. Orchid. And my mom just about crashed the car. Ever since that point, whenever I would see the sign, I knew what it said. I couldn't not know it anymore. You know what I mean? And I think I can't remember where I started telling that story. Ohio Star. I think once you it's one of those things that once you get it, you can't unget it. You won't be able to go back to the point at which you didn't know how to do it. But in the meantime, it's torture. Just torture. And okay. Now this side. Cooking with fire now, kids. Putting this puppy together. What time is it? Oh, 7 o'clock. I tell you what, time always flies when I'm on here with you guys. So we're going to sew a few more pieces. We're going to finish this up tomorrow. Now we have everything cut for the body and the background. That's going to be good to go. And then I think Steve's home. I wonder if he brought goodies. Don't forget to get your Frixian pens. Don't forget to check out the chair. I love my chair. That's all I can tell you. I love the little storage. Okay, top's done. Okay, we're gonna have to stack these here because I'm running out of space. Next one is D. D gets, that's D. The 9 and the 9.5. What am I supposed to do in this 14? Where does the 14 go? Oh, the bottom. Okay, never mind. Okay, second row. Second verse, same as the. No, I'm not starting that again. Started singing that song one time on a live. Took me 3 days to get it out of my head. Okay. Oh. What are you making for dinner? I feel like every time I come on here, I bet if I went back, like every Wednesday night we have meatloaf. I'm making meatloaf tonight. The storage is in the seat. If you go into the description of any of the videos, you'll see the Arrow sewing chair, in an Amazon link. You can go right there. You can see all the different fabrics. You can see all kinds of stuff. I'm gonna excuse my wrinkly pants. Look. See? And it's the storage in the chair is about as long as my finger, which is it's about 3 inches, give or take. So 3 inches deep, and then the whole thing. So that's very handy. Stuff you don't use all the time, or extra rulers or whatever. Like I have rulers in my little cubby drawers right there, these little drawers that don't fit in there right, that I could put in here. Square ones that I could put in there. That's what I should do. Yeah, so I'm making meatloaf. Mashed potatoes. Just because it's quick and easy. We'll just get through this second row, and then we'll call it a night. Okay, evening, Angela. Well, I've decided to applique my tree. Oh. That's cool. All right, Arlene. We got to see that. So you're going to have to go over and put pictures up on the Facebook page. Facebook page is quarter inch seam. That's the Facebook page. You'll see my picture with my hat on. If you forget, just go to the description of this video and you'll see, or any of the videos for quarter inch seam, and you'll see the link to the Facebook page. As soon as you click on the Facebook page, go right to the first thing. It says featured. Click on that and you'll see there's like 87, 90 comments on there. Put your picture in there because I check that all the time. Okay. Leftovers. The other night I cooked a brisket in the oven at 275 for 8 hours. It is so tender and juicy. Ooh, yum. Yum. Dubrovka's having spaghetti sauce. Oh, I love it. Steve's not a big Italian fan. He's not a big spaghetti fan. He's not a big pasta fan. He enjoys it every once in a while, but I'm Italian, so there's pasta in this arm. And gravy, that's what we call it, in this arm. And the lasagna is back here. All right. I can't wait to see the applique tree. That's definitely a new one, Arlene. That's going to be fun. Okay. I'm going to go make dinner. I'm going to get some laundry done. I gotta get some laundry done. Or I'm gonna be left to wear this Christmas tree polo because there will be nothing left in my closet. Got to do some laundry. Just been work on my end has been busy, work on Steve's end has been busy, and it's just been, we're not complaining. Okay, second row, second verse, same as, oh. Gonna be stuck in my head. Let's just sew this too. Link for the chair. Ah, thank you, sweetheart. I think we all know that I didn't do that because I'm just not intelligent enough to do it, and I'm sewing. I hope you got good stuff at the store. Well, it should be the one time that you didn't get anything other than what you went for. Now it's raining. That's the thing you went for. I have a feeling that in my eagerness, this may not be lined up just right. I don't know. I think my cuts might be a little off. So we may have to pull it out. That's okay. If I have to pull it out, I'll pull it out and resew it. That's all right. But at least we'll be able to see it. Okay, you ready? Okay, close your eyes. Okay, open them. Hey, it's cute. It's going to be cute. It's going to be cute. Yeah. It's going to be cute. I think that worked out okay. I'll press it, and if it presses flat, then we're okay. And if not, then I'll just take it out and square it up a little bit. Okay. There you go. The top of the tree. All right, I'm going to make meatloaf. Thank you, Dubravka. You are very sweet, and hearts back to you. Thanks to Alex for coming on tonight and sharing that she not only did the mini tree, but a super mini tree. So you want to check out her channel, Living and Crafting with MS. Let's see. So Alex's live is in about 15 to 20 minutes. So probably 7:30 if you're on the East Coast. We also put the Amazon link in there. I was telling you guys about that earlier. If you feel so inclined, we appreciate that you would be willing to do that. You can use the Amazon link. Again, you're going to pay the exact same price. Okay. I think that's it. Am I missing anything? Just one thing. Only a 1/4 inch seam. Have a great night, everybody. Have a great, fabulous morning tomorrow. Make it a great day. Make it a great evening. And I will see you guys tomorrow, and we'll get some more of these rows put together. And as usual, it's not going to be a 4-day series. It's going to be much longer than 4 days. It's probably going to bleed into the weekend. Whatever. Who cares?
I don't know where you are.
Siri. She does that all the time. Have you, okay, on a side note, and then I promise I'll end it. Have you said, like, if you have Apple phones, if you say, "Hey Siri," instead of saying yes or hello, do you know what she does now? She goes, "Uh-huh." What is that? What is that snarkiness? Now my phone has to be snarky to me. I still use her all the time. Uh-huh. Ridiculous. Okay, guys, I love you. That's all. Feed your husband. Yes. I have to go make meatloaf. See you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.